Hello and welcome to today's video, Beginners Pilates for Low Back Pain. Today's video is particularly aimed at those folk who have had back pain for quite some time. So in today's video, I will be stripping everything back, going right back to the fundamentals of Pilates practice, so that we're getting maximal stretch on the structures that are maybe quite tight in a low back that's radiating pain, even downwards into the hips, and firing up and strengthening some of the muscles that need to work that little bit harder to protect the structure of the spine. Because of course, if you're in pain, it means that certain structures are working too hard. So if you've got pain in your lower back, there's plenty that we can do for that, and that's what this program will be for you, in order to combat and balance the seesaw a little bit, so that you can be out and about, maybe doing manual work, out in the garden, sitting for periods of time, and not getting as painful as what you have been. It would be ideal if you are particularly suffering daily right now with back pain, that you do this exercise regime every day, and I know that's not always possible. So if not every day, maybe even every second day, or let your pain be your guide. Anytime you become particularly painful, listen to your body, step away from whatever it is you're doing, and come and stick this video on and give it all a go. So today will be nice and slow paced, like I say, coming right back to the fundamentals of Pilates, talking about breathing, centering, how to align yourself up in terms of a postural alignment point of view, so we can maximize the use of the muscles that we need to lengthen and strengthen to help a sore back. So yeah, it'll be nice and slow paced, plenty of stretching, a few strengthening exercises, and it should become your bread and butter, anybody that's particularly painful. Okay, we'll get warmed up first. We'll do our warm-up exercises in standing, and then the rest of the exercises will be done down on the mat, and we'll finish with some deep breathing to cool the tissues down afterwards. So grab a mat, a head cushion, and come and have a stand with me for your warm-up exercises to begin with. Let's get ourselves standing nicely first. So we'll bring the feet together so that they're touching. You want to turn the feet out at 10 to 2 on the clock, and then align your heels underneath that. So you have your second toe just underneath your knee joint. Soften your knees nicely. And next we're going to pop the hands up on the hips so that your fingertips are coming over your hip bones. We'll do a few pelvic tilts to begin with. So first of all, you're just imagining like the hip bones are headlights. And right now they're just shining perpendicular to the floor, really straight out in front of you. Pop your hands on your hips, and first we're going to tilt the pelvis forward. And in doing that, we increase the arch in the back. So we'll take a breath in, and on the breath out, increase that arch in the back to tilt your headlights forward down onto the mat. Just a small movement. Breathe in. Breathe out. We're going to come in for a posterior pelvic tilt. So you squeeze your bum and you squeeze your tummy, coming past neutral, as if you wanted to shine the headlights up higher. Breathe in. Breathe out to tip forward. Maximal arch in the back. Breathe in. Breathe out to tilt back. Pulling up. You're almost imagining you have a string coming out of your pubic bone, you're pulling it up towards you, flattening your back, squeezing your bum, squeezing your tummy. Take a big breath in. We'll do two more. Breath out. Tilt the pelvis away. Increase that arch in the back. You can see me as I go. I'll keep my hands up. Inhale. And as you exhale, flattening the back by squeezing the bum, squeezing the tummy. Inhale. Last one, exhale, tilt the pelvis away from you so your upper body stays, your shoulders stay steady. So increasing the arch in the back, and last of all, tilt the pelvis towards you, squeeze bum and tummy to flatten. Find your midway point between that, and to cement your lower tummy muscles, just squeeze your lower abdominal muscles as if you wanted to get into a tighter pair of jeans, pulling up from your pelvic floor as if you're squeezing to stop yourself from doing a pee in the toilet. 30% of your effort. Think of the ribs next, connecting nice and heavy on top of the pelvis. If your shoulder blades aren't already back and down, take them back, down, necks up nice and tall as if I'm pulling you up through a string coming out of the top of your head. And that's us in our standing posture. Lovely. Bring your hands down by your side for me. We'll warm up the neck first. Take your left ear onto your left shoulder. Take a breath in. On your breath out, roll your chin across your chest, and now you've got your right ear on your right shoulder. Inhale. Exhale to roll. Left ear to left shoulder. Inhale. Exhale to roll. Right ear on the right shoulder. Inhale. Exhale to roll. Last time, left ear on left shoulder, but keeping the shoulders set steady. Don't want your trunk tilting like so. Breath in. Breath out. Roll of the chin and off onto the right hand side, ear to shoulder. Keeping the shoulders drawn down, trunk stacked up. Big breath in. Breath out. Back center. Look up towards the ceiling. Breathe in. Breath out, chuck the chin down towards the chest and look all the way down to the floor, but keeping the shoulders pulled back. Inhale. Exhale, look up to the ceiling. Squeeze your bum to keep you steady when you're up there. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, looking down towards the floor, keep those shoulder blades back. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your head back center. Take a big breath in. On this breath out, we're going to turn the head to look over the right shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, come and center right the way through, and we look over the left shoulder. Breath in. Exhale to turn. Look over the right. Inhale. Exhale to turn. Look over the left. And back center. Palms facing each other. Take a big breath in as you lift the hands up overhead. As you exhale, turn the palms away from each other. We're going to make big backward circles with the arms. The arms come right the way up behind you. Come down by the center, and we start again. Breathe in. Breath out. Rotate the hands. Breathing out to backward circle. So the arms are right the way out behind you. Breathe in to lift. Exhale to rotate palms and circle. Right the way out behind you. Explore all of the posterior part of your shoulder. The back of the shoulder needs a good warm up here as well. Squeeze back. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale to rotate and backward circle. You might get a couple of clicks and creaks in the shoulder. That's great. Keep working into that. Big breath in to lift. Breathe out. Rotate and circle all the way out behind. Palms facing me, hands come up level with the shoulders. We're going to pick the left hand up. Going to send it up behind the head, and your right arm's going up behind your back as if you're wanting to scratch your back. So your hands should be like this, floated away from the body though. Don't want your hands resting on your body. This is a huge warm up for the shoulders. Squeeze back of the shoulder blades. Take a breath in. Breath out to windmill back round. We follow right the way through and swap arm. One behind the head, one coming up behind the back, squeezing the shoulder blades back. Inhale, your exhale, windmilling you back round. Opposite arm coming right the way behind the body. Don't let your body tip forward, right the way down. Trying to squeeze the hands together. Inhale, exhale to circle. Last time. Right the way behind, keeping the body upright, the shoulders drawn back and the tummy turned on. Inhale. Exhale, circle right the way around. And lower and back down. Connect your hands at the front here in sort of prayer pose. Come right the way up so that your hands are just at chest height here. And we're going to draw a bow and arrow. Start off with the left hand first. The left hand drags along the right arm. We rotate the body to send that left arm out behind us. Look back at your left thumb. Inhale. And on your exhale, swinging that arm up and over until the two connect back in prayer pose again. Brilliant. And we go with the right arm now, dragging the right arm along the left, comes across like a bow and arrow. We send it out behind us. You're looking at your right thumb. Take a big breath in, breath out, swim up and over until the two hands meet. Going to add in a little bit more rotation this time. Big breath in, breath out, drag that left hand along. Send it out behind you. Now you're looking at your left thumb right now, and what I'm going to get you to do is keeping the feet planted, Rotate your trunk that little bit farther to twist right the way around, a little bit farther to look over the left shoulder. Big breath in, breath out, rotate back center and swim back and over. Beautiful. Let's do the same with the right. Big breath in. Soft knees, we start to drag that right hand along the body. We send the right hand out behind us, and it's from here, you're looking at your right thumb. Breath in. Keep the feet planted, but you're just trying to twist your upper body around to look over that right shoulder that little bit more. Big breath in. Breath out to rotate. And we swim back over. One more on each arm. Big breath in. Breath out, dragging that left arm along, sending it out behind you. When the arm gets there, you inhale. This exhale to rotate that little bit farther over that left shoulder when you can go no farther. Big breath in. Breath out, rotating back center, swim up and over. Breathe in. Arms will be starting to get heavy and tired now. Good. Drawing that right arm right the way along when it's out straight. Inhale. This exhale. How much further can you twist round over that right shoulder when you're there? Big breath in. Breath out to rotate and swimming back up and over. Two hands come by your side. Okay, let's come slightly wider than hip width apart. So just widen your legs slightly. Turn your feet out at 10 to 2 on the clock again. Hands on the hips. And we're going to shift our weight over onto our right leg. So we're bending that right knee. Left knee staying straight. Breathe in. Breath out, we come center. Breathe in. And breath out, this time we come down onto the left knee. Left knee bend. Right knee straight. When you're there, take a breath in. Breath out, back center. And down we come onto that right leg. Big breath in. Breath out. This time we're going to come right the way through onto that left leg. Big breath in. Breath out, up and through. Breathe in. Breath out and through. Breathe in. Breath out and through. Breathe in. And out. Bring the arms up parallel. This time when we come down onto this right leg, pop your right hand on to that thigh. We're going to side bend. Big breath in. Breath out. Back center and bending on to that left leg. Hand comes on. Up and over. Breathe in. And breathe out. Straight on to that right leg and up and over. Inhale. Exhale. Up and over. Leaning in. Inhale. Exhale. One more time each side, leaning right the way down. Get that side bend, and when you're there, you inhale, filling up the backs of the ribs, up and over, leaning right into that left leg. Reach with the right arm up overhead. Inhale and exhale to come back center. Keep the feet where they are. And this time we're going to have the elbows bent up at about a 90-degree angle here. Palms are facing each other. Keep those where they are. I'm just going to get you to sit down into the baby squat position. Up and down, the bend of the knees. We're keeping the shoulder blades drawn back. We're up nice and tall, just like we created our posture in the very beginning. A few more. We're going to add in the arms next. So our arms, as we squat down, are going to rotate out like so, and they rotate back in center. The two going as one, arms and legs. Breathe in. As you stand, breathe out. As you go down, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Deepening the breaths and therefore deepening the length of the time we're down in that squat. Last one. Only go as deep as you can. Be different for everybody. Big breath in, breath out, back center. Walk the feet that little bit closer together. Just do a little bit of warm up for the ankles next, and then we'll take ourselves down onto our mats. So we're going to come up and down onto our tippy toes. Small movement. Just to warm up the feet. So shifting your weight onto your toes as your heels lift up. You come back, your weight comes back onto your heels and back down again. Can be tough for balance. We're just warming up the calves and the toes. So I go up onto my tippy toes, and when I come back onto my heels, I like to flare my toes up that little bit as well. Coming up and down, really, really good. Beautiful. I'm going to turn side on, but you guys can stay where you are. We're going to come in for our spinal roll down next. So from here, we're in that nice stacked tall posture as if I'm pulling you up through a string. The first thing we're going to do, you're going to imagine like you're wearing a crown. We're going to tilt the crown of the head forward. The arms come heavy out in front of us. I want you to soften your knees and you're gently lowering yourself down. I want you to see how far down you can go, as if you did want to go all the way down to touch your toes. Dropping down one beat at a time. You might be at your knees, your shins, your ankles. You might be touching the floor. Wherever it is that you get to, just be there. Feel that maximal stretch down your back body. You should be looking in between your knees. And just breathe. 5 seconds. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Big breath in through the nose. This time as you breathe out through the mouth, ground down through your feet, squeeze your bum muscles. Let's start to pick ourselves back up one bit at a time. Now I deliberately make this slow. You stack up, upper back, the shoulders come second last, and the last thing that comes back up should be your head, and we'll go again. Big breath in. Breath out. We're almost treating the spine like a string of beads here. Crown of the head tilts forward, shoulders come heavy out in front of us. And like that string of beads, we're dropping our spine down, vertebra by vertebra, one beat at a time. We've got 24 moving parts in our spine, 24 vertebrae. So we're just trying to open each one of those up until you're down. You're feeling that maximal stretch down your back body, wherever it is that you are. You're looking in between your knees and you're breathing deep for a few seconds. Big breath in. Big breath out. Another deep breath in for me. Deep breath out. And let's ground down through those feet, squeezing the bum. The pelvis rolls up first. We're stacking the lower back up next, then the mid back, the shoulders then come. The last thing that comes back up tall is the head. And with this roll down, we're going to take ourselves down onto our mat. Big breath in. Breath out, crown of the head tilts forward, shoulders go heavy, knees are soft. Let's gently curl down like a slinky, one bit at a time. And if you're not already down with your hands on the mat, bend your knees so that you can achieve getting your hands flat on the mat. Bend your knees, gently walk your hands forward and take yourself so that you're in an all fours position. Like so. Excellent. So we're going to start off with our first little planking strengthening exercise. So let's get set up in a nice all fours position first. I want your fingers spread wide. Your hands are to be directly underneath your shoulders. Have a look down at your knees. Your knees are hip width apart. And I want your toes turned up so that they're up on the mat as well. So you're looking just above where your hands are, creating a bit of a triangle gaze. The hands are the bottom of your triangle and you're looking up at what would be the top of your triangle. From here, we're going to come up into our planking series. So we take a breath in. On your breath out, I want you to push down through your hands and your feet. Hover the knees just an inch or two up off the mat. Breathe in when you're there. Breath out to touch the knees back down. Easy. We'll do 5 of these. If your wrists are quite sore here, get a cushion. Pop a cushion underneath your wee wrist to protect your wrists as well, but you will build wrist endurance strength in time. Breath in. Breath out, push down through hands and feet. Pull your tummy up and away from the mat. Squeeze your bum. Inhale. Exhale to touch back down. 3 more to go. Inhale. Exhale, push up. Really pull that tummy up and away from the mat. Breathe in your breath out. Touch back down. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale to float up. Shoulder blades drawn back. Tummy up tall. Fix that neck posture. Inhale. Exhale to lower. 1 more. Big breath in. Breath out. Just that hover of the knees. And the pull up of the tummy. Inhale. Exhale to lower back down. Bring your knees together. Send your bum back onto your heels. Now I really want you to round your lower back here, because if we've got lower back pain, it's this lumbar spine, 5 lumbar segments right at the bottom just before it meets the tailbone, where people tend to get most of their bother. So to give that a good big stretch, we're going to squeeze the bum here, squeeze your butt cheeks tight, pull your tummy up and away from your thighs as you roll forward into child's pose. Your hands stretched out in front of you, squeeze your bum, squeeze your tummy. You're trying to push through those hands to get your bum further back onto your heels if you can manage it. There'll be a lot going on here. And gently and slowly trying to bring that forehead closer towards your mat. Breathe deep. In through the nose, out through the mouth. A few more big deep breaths here. We're feeling the air going into the backs of the ribs. Inhale and exhale. Make sure you are fully emptying your lungs as you breathe out. Breathing into the backs of the ribs and out. Gonna come up into all fours. Pick the right hand up. We're gonna thread the right hand underneath the left arm here. So the arm's in contact with the mat. I've also got the right side of my head in contact with the mat. I'm looking over my left shoulder. Thread the needle stretch. Huge big stretch all the way up the back body into the shoulders. Breathe in. And this breath out, taking you back into all fours. This time we're going with the left hand. Breathe in. The breath out, we thread it underneath the right arm. The forearms making contact with the mat. You're bringing your left ear down onto the mat. Using the power of the arm to twist you to look over that right shoulder. Take a huge breath in. Breath out. Taking you back up center. Let's come into our side lying exercises. Grab your cushion. You're going to pop your hand underneath the cushion and rest yourself just like that. So you can have your hand underneath the cushion like that, or have your arm out long. So our leg position. Bend the hips up to 90 degrees and then take them down to 45. There's a 45-degree angle is where I want your hips to be. And you've got your feet stacked up one on top of the other. We're going to fix our tummy posture here by pulling in your belly button ever so slightly in towards your spine. Alright, absolutely perfect. And your hand's going to be propped out in front of you like so. So we're going to come in for our side lying clam level 1, which basically the only thing that's moving is the knee. So we're keeping the feet in contact here. And I want you to think about those headlights again, coming out of that bony prominence of your hips, shining forward at me. And as you lift the knee here into a clamshell, which looks like this, I don't want to see your tummy tilting back. So nice and cemented, tight through the tummy to allow the lift of the knee. Connect your heels at the bottom, just like my feet are, like so. We take a breath in. And on our breath out, it's that lift of the top knee, opening up into a clam. You'll squeeze your bum when you're up there to ensure that this part of your hip bone doesn't tilt backwards. Squeeze the bum here. You can have your hand on your hip if you like. Inhale when you're up there. Exhale to lower you back down. Big breath in. Breath out. Seeing how far you can go whilst maintaining that control, the pulling of the tummy button. Breath out to close back down. Inhale. Exhale to open. When you're up there, big breath in. And your breath out to close. Keep in time with me. Big breath in. A few more to go. Opening up. We're going to be up there for a bit as we squeeze the bum and squeeze the tummy. Closing back down. 3 more to go. Opening right the way up. So it is super important that we are practicing our movements as well as doing them fast, and you know, one day doing all the advanced exercises. Is really, really important to do things slow with control so that, you know, we have a communication line between our brain and our body so that we can start to rehabilitate injuries. And that's what this video is all about. It's about combating low back pain, or maybe you have hip pain, shoulder pain. Pilates helps all of that, but it's about slow, mindful exercise to allow you to do fast-paced, crazy life stuff. And that's the last one. Rest all off. Keep your bottom leg where it is. This top leg, we're going to straighten out at the knee and pull the toe up on that side. So have a little gaze down. I just want your hip, your knee and your foot nicely in line. So you'll see it will be a little bit further back than the front outstretched leg. Pull in at the tummy. Pulling up and away. Square at the hip bones here. Like windscreen wipers, we're going to elevate the leg up. Small movements up and down. We're going to win for 10 of these. Pulling up at the toe. Now make sure you're not dumping into your tummy muscle. So your tummy's staying nice and tight. And you're definitely making sure you're keeping the leg within the plane of the hip and that it's not out in front of you. And we're feeling this burning in the sides of the hips here. Now the reason this muscle is important with back pain is it's gluteus medius muscle. So the glutes play a very important role in stabilizing your lower back. So if you're finding this quite tough, it might mean that your glutes aren't doing enough work for your body. And it means your lower back's maybe doing a little bit too much. All the way up, good, last two. So the stronger these get, your pain shall start to get better. Last one, gently lifting up and lowering back down. Give your bum a nice pat. Well done, bum. Right, turn over onto your back. You'll not need your head cushion for this one. We're going to do glute bridging. So for glute bridge, your knees are bent up like so. So again, you just have your feet and your knees about hip width apart. So they're going to be a grounding force for you because we're going to be lifting our bum up off of the mat here. We have our arms down by our sides. We'll start to cue all of our wee postural tips that we've done in standing as well. So first think about the shoulder blades, drawing them back. So we're squeezing the shoulder blades down into the mat. And when you do that, you're going to feel your ribs lifting up ever so slightly here. So gently contract your upper tummy muscles to try to bring a heaviness, a push of the back of the ribs also down into the mat too. Next, we're thinking of our pelvis. I want you to zip up back to front again. You're kind of squeezing as if you're wanting to stop yourself from going to the toilet. We're going to push down through the heels, tilt those pelvic headlights towards us, ground down through the feet. We're going to pick the spine up one bit at a time until we're right up in a nice bridge position here. So it'll look like a bit of a ski slope. You're really squeezing the bum here to try to get that pelvis to rotate up towards you so that you're not dumping too much into your lower back. A nice tightness of the tummy here as well, still keeping that heaviness in the ribs. Take a breath in. And on the breath out, lowering back down just at your own pace. Excellent. Let's go in for a few of these. Big breath in. Breath out. Grounding down through those lower tummy muscles, pushing down through the feet. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze of the bum to take you up into a nice high bridge. Keep the ribs heavy. Take a breath in. Now on this breath out, as you go down, I want you to walk your spine down one bit at a time. So you'll feel just the base of your shoulder blades touching down first, then your mid back. Lower back will come down next. You really have to squeeze your tummy here. The last thing that comes back down should be your bum. Big breath in. Breath out. Roll that pelvis towards you. Pull through the lower tummy muscles. Sink down through the feet. Up into a nice tall bridge. Keep the ribs heavy as well. So nice and tight at the tummy and the bum. Inhale. Exhale, start to walk your spine down one beat at a time. Upper back, mid back, then the lower back. Still keeping those pelvic lights up towards your face. And it's just when the bum comes down that the pelvic lights will tilt away from you. Big breath in. A few more to go. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze the bum lifts off first and we're walking the spine up one bit at a time, sinking down through the feet, and it's a real squeeze of your bum muscles when you're up here. Good. Take a breath in. Your breath out again, curly bridge. We're dropping the spine down one bit at a time, walking down, walking down, walking down, so that you're activating those tummy muscles the whole way down again, not just going up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's go up again. Squeeze squeeze the bum. Up we go till you're up on a nice tall bridge. Good. Big breath in. Breath out. Gently lowering down one bit at a time until you've touched all the way back down again. Amazing. Okay, we have the other side to do. So let's come on to your left hand side now to do those side lying exercises on the opposite leg. So you've got your cushion popped in underneath your head. Come up to 90 degrees and then back to 45. Feet stacked up, one on top of the other. We're going to come in for our side lying clam. Pull in your tummy. Pop your fingertips just at where your belly button is. Connect those heels. Inhale. And on the exhale, we're lifting that top knee up and away from the bottom, keeping the headlights pointing towards me, stabilizing and tightening through your tummy and your bum to be up in that clam. Take a breath in. Your breath out. Gently closing you back down. Breathe in. Breathe out to open. Nice and tight when you're up there. Breathe in. Breathe out to close back down. Breathe in. Breathe out to open. A few more to go, just keeping time with my pace. And lowering back down. So these are all the exercises proven after many, many, many decades and years, hundreds upon hundreds of years of physiotherapy practice and Pilates practice, at creating the correct movement patterns to combat low back and hip pain. So some of these exercises might seem quite difficult right now, or you know, if you're revisiting this video and you're doing all these and you're like, oh my gosh, this is really, really easy, all good. You know, even those of us like myself who has no active pain, we need to come back and revisit, you know, these trial and tested, you know, your core exercises for back pain. It's nice to just strip everything back and do a little bit of work for your spine and your hips. So have to keep everything moving. Good. Last one. Inhale. Your exhale goes with the movement. You inhale up there to prepare. Exhale again on the movement. Good. Rest all down. Straighten that top leg for me. Have a wee look down. Knee straight. Toes pulled up. The legs in line with the body. And like windscreen wipers, we're just lifting the leg directly up to the side, bringing the outside ankle bone up towards the ceiling for a few. Really going to be feeling this working in the glute medius muscles. That's all down the side of your hips. Super, super important. That's what I want you to be feeling. These are the guys that we have to get firing so that they are up in the manpower for your spine, so that you're not going to be feeling as sore anymore. But it is going to take time. You know, like I said, it does take doing this every day, at least every other day, for a good period of time, you know, a good 4 to 6 weeks. You really will start to notice the benefits of it. Big breath in. Breath out to lower down. Woo-hoo-hoo! Give that bum a pat. Well done, bum. Okay, head cushion. Come over onto your back again. So we're going to come into our Pilates rest position. You have your cushion just at the base of your skull. Your knees are bent up like so. Feet and knees about hip width apart. And your arms are down by your side. Let's do all of our postural cues over again. So we're setting those shoulder blades back into the mat. Getting that gentle squeeze. All of this is just about 30 to 40% of your effort. We're thinking of the ribs next. That little bit of connection between the ribs and the pelvis. A gentle draw in of the tummy muscles. And then we're thinking of our pelvic floor muscles at the bottom. Also a really, really important stabilizer for back pain. So you're thinking of a zip. Connecting your back passage to your front passage. That's squeezing as if you're wanting to stop yourself from going to the toilet, nice and gentle. Really, really good. So with here, what we're doing is we always do the breath out with the movement. So we're going to come in for scissors next, and I'll cue your breathing so that you're breathing out when you're moving as well. So that's obviously going to fire another element of your core muscles, which is going to help your back. So for the first part, we're going to pick up the left leg into tabletop position. So tabletop is where your knee is directly over your hip joint and your shin is bent to 90 degrees. So this is the leg of your table, your shin is the top of your table. With scissors, we take a breath in as they come up. So as we scissor up and down, the breath's going to go one with the other, and then we'll swap the legs over. So we'll just get stuck straight into it. Take a big breath in, your breath out, folding the leg up. Take a breath in there, breath out, tightening down at the tummy muscles to touch that leg back down. We'll do the same on the right. Inhale, exhale, pick that right leg just up into tabletop. So just stop where your knees over your hip and your shins bent to 90 degrees. Inhale, exhale to lower back down. Okay, this time we're going to take a breath in as we lift the leg. So breathe in on the left, breathe out to lower down, tighten down the tummy muscles. Breathe in to lift the right, breathe out to lower down. Breathe in, lift the left, breathe out, lower down. Breathe in to lift the right. You've got it now. Breathe in and out. Keeping tight at the tummy when you're breathing out. When you breathe in, you can relax everything off. Breathe out is when you're tightening those tummy muscles. Breathe in, relax everything off to prepare. Breath out, to lower the legs, grounding down through the spine so that you're not dumping into your back when we're moving these legs. Breathe out. Good. Breath in, lifts the leg up. So that breath out, that tightening of the tummy, the drawing in of the pelvic floor muscles. Good. Now we're going to scissors at the same time. So we're up with the left. Inhale. As you exhale, lower the left and lift the right. Inhale. Exhale to swap. Inhale. Exhale to swap. Keep in check of your tummy muscles, protecting your back. Don't let your back up arch up too much as you move. Good. 3 more scissors to go. Inhale. Exhale to swap. Inhale. Exhale to swap. Feeling the tummy muscles working now. Really, really good. Inhale. Exhale to swap. Inhale. And lower that leg back down. Pop your head cushion away. Straighten your left leg out for me. And bend your right knee up. Take a grab of it with your hands. Give it a pull and give it a wee tug up towards your chest. I want your left leg out straight on the mat here, so I don't want it bent up. So really push the back of your left knee into the mat as you ease this right knee up towards your chest. You're going to be feeling a lot going on in this right hip. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Take your right hand out by your side. This left hand takes a grab of the outside of that right knee, keeping the right shoulder down. Try to lower this right knee off towards the left hand side. Now you might not get all the way down onto the ground. Hook your little toes of the right leg onto that left leg and look off towards the right. So you're looking down at your right arm, feeling the stretch all on the back body here. This is glorious. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Use the power of your tummy muscles to start to return to lying and pull that right knee up towards your chest again. Inhale. Exhale, slide the left leg up. Pop the right knee down, send the right leg out long. And now pick up your left knee, take a grab of it and give it a pull up towards your chest. All the while keeping the right leg, the back of the right knee long as you ease the left knee towards your chest, feeling all sorts going on in that left hip. Really good. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Left hand comes out by your side. Right hand grasps the outside of this left knee and we take the left knee to the right hand side. You're looking back at your left hand. Hook the left toes onto the inside of that right leg. Feel the stretch all down your back body into your hip. Breathe in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Back center. Pull that left knee towards your chest. Drag the right foot up so that both knees are bent. Return that left leg. Beautiful. Take both hands. I'm going to get you to interlace your fingers and pop them right behind your head for me so that your head now, instead of resting on your cushion, is resting on your hands. We're going to do some gentle abdominal curl-ups here. This is just like a baby mini sit-up, all right? We're only going to go up as far as so we lift our head and our shoulder blades up off the mat. Take a breath in. On your breath out, use the power of your hands to pick your head up, chin tucks towards the chest, and you're just curling up so that your shoulder blades are off the mat. You're looking up over your knees. Take a wee breath in. Your breath out lowers you back down. So the head touches down and the elbows come wide. Everything switches off. Inhale. Exhale, let's sit up again. Curling up, power of the hands, lifting the head. You're looking up over your knees. Breathe in and breathe out. I'm going to go for 10 of these in total if we can. This time we're going to breathe in time with the exercises. So have a wee look at me. Inhale. Exhale to curl up. Inhale to lower back. Exhale to curl up. Inhale to lower back. Good. Exhale. Sitting you up and inhale to sit back. Curl up. Lie back. Curl up. And lie back. Curl up. Last 3. Getting those upper tummy muscles working. Inhale. Your exhale sits you up. Looking over the knees. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale to sit up. Inhale to lower back. Do one more for me. Inhale. Exhale, sit up. Inhale. Lower back. Bring the insides of the feet and the knees together to touch. Bring your arms out wide. Inhale. On the exhale, look over your left shoulder. Lower those legs together as a unit off to the right hand side. So you'll see my heels are lifting up here. But the insides of my legs and feet are connected. Inhale. Exhale, use the power of your tummy muscles to return the legs. And now send them off to your left hand side. You look over your right shoulder, looking down towards that right arm. Take a big breath in. Breath out to come center. One more each side. Gently lowering the legs to the right. You look to the left. Inhale. Exhale. Gently come and center, feet touch down, and we slowly send them through over towards that left hand side, and you look off to the right. Inhale. Exhale. Drawing back up center. Okay, see if you can take a grab of your legs to sit yourself up into sitting, or you can push down through your hands. Come up into a seated position here for me. So we're going to send the legs out long if you can manage, and this might feel really nasty on your thighs, but that's good. Again, going to build a little bit of endurance into the thigh muscles and into the hip flexors. Set the shoulders back, and the shoulders are stacked up nicely on top of your hip bones here. Place your hands on your thighs. Inhale, and as you exhale, walk the fingertips down the legs. Show me how far down you can come with knees straight and toes pulled up, as if you did want to go all the way down to touch your toes. So you might be at your knees, your shins, your ankles. You might be able to touch your toes. Doesn't matter. Everybody's different. And when you get as far as you can go, take a grab of where you are and gently lower your forehead a little bit closer towards your legs. Let's be here for 5 to 10 seconds. Feel that huge stretch down your back body. Try to keep the knees straight. Inhale and exhale. Take another big breath in and out. Good. Release from where you are. Let's walk the hands up bit by bit until we're stacked up nice and tall again. Shoulders stacked up nicely on top of the hips. We're going to draw the left leg up just as far as you can take it, as if you're hugging your knee up towards your chest again. From here, we're going to put the left hand out beside us. Your right hand's grasping your knee, and you can grab the outside of the knee again. What we're going to do, another type of twisty one, is I want you to rotate to look all the way over your left shoulder. Sit tall, take a breath in, and breathe out to come center. Lower this knee out slightly so that the inside of the border of your foot can touch the inside of this right knee. Alright, from here, we're going to send this right hand out to our side and bring the left hand onto the outside of your right leg here. I'm going to start to walk the fingers down just like we've done before, bit by bit. You might stop at your shin, you might make it to your ankle or to your foot. You're going to feel a huge stretch down the left hand side of your body here. Bring the forehead forward and let's be here for 5 to 10 seconds. Feel that stretch and breathe deep. Inhale and exhale. Whew, really nice stretch for the left side of your lower back here. Inhale and exhale. Gently ease back out of that stretch, dragging the hand back up the leg, just going up the same way you went down until you're back center. We're going to send that left leg up long, or we're going to pull the right knee into our chest this time. Pop the right hand out behind you, take a grab of your knee with this left arm, and this time we're going to twist to look over the right shoulder. Take a big breath in and breath out. Coming back center, drop this knee out so that you can touch the inside of your foot into that left knee. Okay, we bring this left hand out to the side, right hand touches the outside of the left leg, and we start trickling our fingers down one bit at a time. Pull those toes up wherever it is that you are. Take a grab of it when you feel that great big stretch coming in to the right hand side of your lower back, and let's just be here for 5 or 10 seconds. Breathe into your stretches. Inhale through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Gently ease out of that stretch the same way you went down, dragging the hand all the way up the leg until you're up center. Can you pull both feet together so that they're touching? Try to get them as close towards your body as you can, but hip mobility will have a big impact on this, so just see where you can go so that the feet are touching. Okay, you're going to get your elbows, press them lightly into the insides of the knees. So you're going to feel a huge big stretch in the groin here. Want it to be comfortable though. Just ease. And when you find that warmth, that stretch coming into the inside of the groin, that's where you hold, and we gently take the forehead down towards the feet, opening up the insides of the hips. Oh, breathe deep. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Sitting back up center, pull yourself tight into a ball. Beautiful. And then we're going to come back into our all fours position again. So let's stack ourselves up nicely once more. You've got your fingers spread wide, hands are directly underneath your shoulder joints. Have a gaze down at your knees, they're about hip width apart, and your toes are turned up at the back here as well. Okay, so from here we're going to go in for a little bird dog challenge. So what we shall do first, taking your weight down through your hands and that left knee, we're going to straighten the right leg out behind us, toe pointed. We're going to elevate the leg up so that it just comes in line with the hip. Take a breath in here, your breath out returns that leg. Inhale. Going to do the same with the left leg. Straighten the left leg out behind you, and when it's straight we hover it up, keeping your headlights pull down, pulling your tummy up and away. Inhale, exhale to lower down. A few more to go. Pull your tummy up. Inhale, exhale, straighten the right leg, toe pointed, and it hovers up behind us, squeezing your bum and your tummy to not allow any rotation of your trunk. Inhale, exhale to lower back down. Inhale, exhale, straighten the left leg out and away, and it lifts out behind us. Draw your tummy muscles up and away from the mat to protect your back here. Strengthen these bum muscles. Inhale. Exhale to lower down. One more on each leg. Breathe in. Breathe out. Straighten that right leg. Toe point to draw the tummy muscles up and away from the mat as you lift the leg up behind you to get it in line with your body. Inhale. Exhale to lower down. Inhale. Exhale, left leg straight and pull the tummy muscles up and away from the mat. Squeeze your bum. Inhale. And exhale to lower down. Turn your toes up for me. From here, we're going to push up into a downward facing dog position if we can manage. So push your weight back onto your feet here. Good. And you're going to feel a massive stretch down your back body here. So you're bent forward. I want you to squeeze your shoulder blades back. If this is far too difficult to be up here, you can have your knees bent up slightly. Pushing back onto the heels if you can manage. Looking up in between your hands, squeezing those shoulder blades back. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale. Up we go again. Pushing back onto the heels. From here, walk your feet closer towards your hands. Your knees are still bent. Drag those hands in closer to your feet. And we're going to do our spinal roll up like we done in the very beginning. Okay, big breath in. And when you breathe out, ground down through your feet. Start to straighten the knees out. Squeeze the bum. We're starting to stack ourselves back up one bit at a time. Rolling the lower back up. Mid back. Shoulders. And the neck is the last thing to come back up. Let's do some cool down stretches to get the breathing into those muscles that we've stretched and strengthened off. That was brilliant. Okay, as you breathe in, lift the arms up overhead. Breathe out to bring the hands behind the head. Breathe in to shrug the shoulders up. Breathe out to pull the shoulders down. Inhale, grow tall, stretch through the hands, and exhale. As you lower down, let's do a few of these. Big breath in. Breath out. Behind the head, breathe in. Shrug shoulders, exhale. Pull shoulders back, inhale. To grow tall, exhale. To lower back down, and let's go again. Big breath in. Breath out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last time, big breath in. Breathe out, behind the head. Breathe in. Shrug those shoulders, your breath out. Pulls the shoulders down. Breathe in to grow tall, even grow up under the tippy toes. Exhale to lower down. A few chest stretches to finish. Breathe in to come wide into a Y. Exhale to lower down. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Lower down. Big breath in to finish. Exhale. Lower down. Shake everything out. Well done. Really nice sequence there for low back pain. So please feel free to do that anytime you get sore, anytime at all, be it first thing in the morning, you're struggling sleeping at night, you've been out at the garden, you've been doing some computer work, having to sit for prolonged periods of time, long drives or that. Listen to your body. If your body's not giving you any obvious clues, try to do this wee sequence. Like I say, be it every day, every other day. It takes 50 minutes, and then in time you will be able to progress on to some more advanced exercises, and then you'll be able to do your whole Pilates sequence less, 2 to 3 times per week. We'll keep everything tied over, but right now when we're trying to target pain, super important that we're doing something a little bit more often, doing a little bit more, trying to treat our body nice to ease off something, because when you're sore, something's working too hard, something's tight, and it needs a little bit of help from other muscles to get the whole thing to come calm again. So please feel free to do this as much as you want. Comment any queries down below, ask me any questions, anything at all. Please don't hesitate to get in touch with me. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.